Hey guys, Gary over at Stripwell. I just wanted to show you how you can give a nice refinishing to your kitchen cabinets if they're older. These cabinets are probably 1980s. They're kind of that whitewashed pickled oak that so many homes had. And I'm going to show you how you can remove the finish and get down to raw wood. And then from there you can do a lot of different things. You can restain and finish in whatever way you want to that fits your style today. So here we go. Let's get started. First of all, I'm going to just take this handle off just to get it out of the way. Now, typically, if I was to do a kitchen, I would take the doors off and number where they go, number the hinges, and be very thorough about that. But for this video, I'm just going to leave them actually hanging. You can see how much grime. There's the original color under the handle and how much grime around the hardware there was. It's amazing. All that change in color. But I taped off half this cabinet because I want to show you just the difference when we're all done. So I'm going to spray down with the first coat, a nice light coat on this side with our finish remover, our QCS finish remover. And I'm going to let that sit. I let it sit for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to do another coat. And this is the key. I think a lot of people who use QCS for the first time are hoping it will just work very, very fast, like harsh chemicals, like it's just going to immediately start to work. And that's not the case. In most cases. Sometimes it will actually work that fast, but here you can see I gave it those 2 coats with 30 minutes between, and I'm kind of fighting it, so I'm not happy about that. You don't want to fight the finish off. You risk gouging the wood and causing damage, and plus you're just going to waste a lot of time. It should come off more like butter when it's ready to come off. So what I would do is I would actually apply another coat, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to spray some more on. And again, your time is more expensive than our product. That's what we say, or any product for that matter. If you can save some time, some labor time by using more product, it's worth it. But now watch this. Look how easily this comes off. This isn't sped up. This is just regular time, real time, and it's coming right off. That's how you want it to be. So when you're doing it, you really want to, when you're working with QCS, you want to give it the chance to work and be patient. You don't want to rush it. You don't want to try to hurry it up and get done with the project faster, because you'll end up actually taking a longer time. So once it's ready to come off, that's when you want to start in, and that's when you want to invest your labor time into the project. So here I am going to just start to take off the majority of the finish. I'm not going to try to fight off areas that seem to still be hanging on in a tough way. I don't want to try to fight that off, because again, I don't want to gouge the wood. When I go across the grain, in some cases you'll see me do that. I'm being very gentle, so be very, very cautious, like right here, not to press too hard and gouge the wood. You generally don't want to go across the grain, but if you have a gentle touch, you can sometimes do that. So now that I got most of it off, you can see it's pretty clean, except that there's still sort of a residue. I'm going to now scrub with steel wool. This is 0 steel wool dipped into QCS, which was what was in that cup. And I'm going to just scrub all of the surfaces just to see what is left hanging on. This will expose, that little bit that's still hanging on. And this is the time to go after it. Don't just leave it and say, oh, I'll sand it off later, because what that'll do is it will cause you to sand certain areas more than others. You really want to try to get this as clean as you can now. So I'm going to apply a little more of the QCS finish remover, just sort of to the troubled spots that I noticed. I'm going to let that work a little longer after I do, probably 10 minutes. You don't need to wait quite as long, because at this point the finish has been compromised. It is loosening, so you're just going to allow it to dig in a little bit more and loosen up those tough spots. So after I went after those with the putty knife, I'm going to go back again with the steel wool, and I'm going to just give it another scrubbing and hopefully grab whatever is left on the surface and get that to release and come off and expose the wood nicely. So again, be thorough. Take your time. This is going to save you a lot of time later if you're thorough now. And then just take and wipe off all the residue. You're going to get all those kind of paint chips and flakes of color off as best you can. And now I'm using the QCS surface cleanser, and this is what we use to do the final cleaning. It's the second part of our QCS system. What this will do is help to just really clean the wood thoroughly. I'm going to go over it with 0 steel wool again. You don't have to do that always, but sometimes when it's like this, I want to go after it and try to get as much film off as possible. Now here I noticed there's some white in the grain left over from that whitewash or pickling. I applied a little more of the QCS surface cleanser, and now with a brass bristle brush, wow, that's hard to say, with a with a soft brush, you don't want to go after it with steel, you would like to use brass or nylon, just go and gently scrub the grain, and you'll see it pull the white out of the grain, which is what you want. And I went around and did that. I actually went over off camera and just did the entire door because, again, it's worthwhile. The more time you spend in this step, the better your final outcome will be, and also you'll save time in future steps if you take time now. So as you can see, there's the before, the whitewashed, dated look. There's the old handle. We actually cleaned the handle in QCS. We soaked it and cleaned it, and that came out really good too. But there you go.